Hey guys, it's Tammy, and it's Thursdays. It's weigh-in days. It's the fabulous days now. And I'm just going to start off with I just want to say thank you guys for all your support and for all the loves and the likes and the shares and everything that I am doing in this journey. Without you guys, I couldn't have done it. I appreciate it so much. You don't even understand. And that's why I'm making these videos, to share it with the world. For people that maybe they can get kind of like an inspiration, like, okay, now it's time to get off the couch, or okay, now it's time to get the mindset to do the diet and exercise, because it's just not about me. It's about sharing it with the world. And yeah, I could have kept my journey a secret and not told anybody, but I want to tell people, and I want to let them know that it can happen. But with your support, guys, mwah, I love you guys. So anyways, today I'm going to talk about dehydration. Now, if you remember in previous videos, I retained water. And what did I do? I increased my water. I lowered my sodium levels, and I got rid of that extra water that was retaining in my leg. Well, over the course of the next 3 days, I decreased my water and increased my sodium, and I became dehydrated. Last week, Thursday, I went to see my endocrinologist because I have hypothyroidism. And she's basically almost like a dietitian. And I sat down. They took my blood pressure. It was 90/58, which is, usually in the norm for me because, well, I have heart failure and I'm on low blood pressure medication. So she looked at me. And I was like, what? And she looked at me. She goes, "You're dehydrated." I said, "What?" She goes, "Have you been dizzy, heart palpitations, your heart rate increasing, feel like you're going to pass out?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "You're dehydrated." She got on the phone right away to my cardiologist. My cardiologist came down, boom, immediately in her office and said, "What's going on?" So I told him the whole story about how I retained water, and I increased my water to flush out the water, and I lowered my sodium levels. And then over the course of 3 days, I went back, to what I thought was norm. He said, "What you did, Tammy, was you just dehydrated yourself more." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "You should have never dropped your sodium levels. You should have never increased your water." But he said, "I can't measure how much water you're losing." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You're losing it through sweat and you're losing it through peeing. So this is what we're going to do. You're going down to the ER. You're going to get rehydrated." So they filled me up with 500 cc's of water. And oh my God, I felt so good afterwards. Because when I went to the doctor's office that morning, I had heart palpitation, or no, the day before, I had heart palpitations. I was dizzy. I had to cut my workout short because I thought I was going to pass out. I went on the treadmill just to check my heart rate. I wasn't walking on the treadmill. I was just standing on it, and I was checking my heart rate, and it was 120, which is the norm for me after I'm done weight training. But then it jumped to 125, 127, 129. I'm like, and I'm not even walking on this treadmill here. What the hell? So I thought it was broken. So I went to the next machine. Went on the next machine. My heart rate was 123. Just stood there, didn't walk on it. Then it went down to 120, 119. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to crank this sucker up. I'm going to put it on a 10 incline at 2.6. And we'll see from there. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to check my heart rate before I even start my cardio. And I thank God I did, because it jumped, when I held on them handles, it jumped to 127, 129. I'm like, okay, something's not right here. Something's not. So I went home, I rested, I drank my water, So apparently, through sweat and peeing, I'm not drinking enough. So as of last week, Thursday, I was on 60 to 70 ounces of water. I am now to 90 to 100 ounces of water a day. And I keep my sodium levels at the same. Now, I have not felt dizzy or had any complications whatsoever since then. I'm okay on blood pressure. They checked it today. It was 121/71. Beautiful, they said. But one thing that they said was the next time you gain 3 pounds overnight, give us a call. I said, okay, no problem, because on last week, Thursday, he said I needed to gain water weight because I was dehydrated. So I drank 90 to 100 ounces of water on Friday. And Saturday morning, I woke up and my ankle was, poof, it was swollen. So I went to the gym and I weighed myself. And it said I weighed 211. So I was 204, 211, you do the math. 7 pounds of water in 2 days. So I rolled with it, took off Sunday, worked out Monday. Okay, cool. Scale says 208. All right, so maybe he was right. Still feeling beautiful, everything. Tuesday, Wednesday, flew by, checked my weight on Wednesday, said 206. Okay. Well, then I guess what, he said is right. I needed to gain some water weight to rehydrate myself because I was dehydrated. So guess what? This week, 0. I'm still 204, but I feel healthier. I am not dizzy anymore. Nothing. I feel great. So this week, 0. So if you guys are working out, you're exercising, if you have heart failure, and the medications that you're on, some people are on diuretics. I haven't been on a diuretic since the end of August. So, you have to be careful. You need that balance. And I always talk about balance. You need that balance. I wasn't getting enough water and I dropped my sodium too low. So what was I doing? I was dehydrating myself extremely. So you guys got to find that balance. So if you have heart failure, it just may not be the medication that you're on. You could be dehydrated. So look for the signs. Maybe my signs might help you. Dizziness, heart palpitations, like feels like someone's either squeezing your heart or, your heart's just like really pounding fast. Almost going to pass out. Heart rate is all over the place, low blood pressure and everything. So just informing you guys, so 0. So I'm still at 204, but I'm sure I probably would have lost weight if I wasn't so dehydrated to get my body back to normal and find my balance. Okay. I will talk with you guys later and you guys have a good day. And thank God we didn't get 2 to 4 inches. I hate driving in that stuff. But I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.